Hey everybody, Fire Mama here, and today I'm really super excited. I came out to one of the tomato gardens to get some tomatoes because it's time to start canning them, and with my work schedule I don't like to let them build up and get too far behind. But I came out and I got distracted. I picked the ones I needed, but I kind of got a little distracted. You know how I do. I am so sorry. This camera, I am just so super excited. But anyway, so I had a few weeds. I wanted to pull around some of the tomatoes because, you know, it's been really dry in my area. So I was going to set up the water before the sun got too overhead. Well, as I'm pulling some weeds, I'm looking around. So let me turn this camera thing around and I'll show you. That right there, my friends, is purslane. Purslane is one of my absolutely favorite weeds that grows and drives you crazy in your garden. And it is actually even growing in, and this surprises me, with some chickweed. But this is shaded a lot during the day, so the chickweed must really like it there. But I have it there, and I have it there, and it is just growing all in through here. So I'll let this go for a little bit and let it spread, because I want a great big bunch of it. Okay, so let me tell you all about purslane. Purslane is one of my absolute favorite it's not grass, weeds that I love to use and gather every year. One reason it's my favorite is because it was one of the first wild edibles I learned about. When my husband and I got married and started our garden, this thing just, in about this time of year, just came and was like everywhere in our garden. And I didn't know it at the time, but I just kept pulling it and pulling it and pulling it. Of course, the weeds that I pulled and stuff, I'd feed to the chickens. Well, finally, I said, do you know what this is? This is driving me crazy. It's just like taking over the garden. And he told me what it was. So at the time, I don't believe Google was around. We didn't have smartphones. So I had to go looking in the wild edible books that we had on hand, and I found it. And I learned that it is one of the best, healthiest wild weeds growing in my area. Now, I'm not sure if it grows everywhere else. This is one of those things you would just have to check and see. We are in southern Illinois, so I don't know. But, and the only place I've ever found it growing is in the garden when, you know, the weeds are all pulled and it's been tilled up and it's nice and clear and cultivated nicely. It springs up. Now, it's kind of like a succulent, so when you let it go, like when the stems fall over, as soon as the end of that stem hits the ground, it's going to send out roots, and it'll go from there. Which, the little bit that I found, I'm going to wait to get it for a while till I get a lot more, and then I'll pick it. Now, I did bring my book because I cannot remember everything, but it is very, very high in omega-3 fatty acids, which is really good for your heart. And excuse me for so much moving around. We just got a little rain shower and the flies are going crazy out here. But it's high in large quantities of your vitamins A, B, and C, and it's high in antioxidants. So what I learned from after researching through some books, yeah, you can eat it in salads and things like that, but you can also add it to soups. And it has kind of a peppery flavor to it, so it gives it a little extra taste in your foods. So I had so much of it one year, I thought, I'll try to make a soup and see what it tastes like. So I did. I just took some vegetables from the garden, and just did like a vegetable soup. I didn't put a whole lot of meat in it. I think I put just a little bit of beef, shredded up beef in it, and made it. And it was very good. So then I wondered how it would hold up if I canned it. And I canned some, and it was delicious. It's one of those things, the longer it sets and molds around and everything, the better tasting it gets. It is absolutely delicious. Now, I don't dehydrate it. I tried to dehydrate it, and it didn't keep its flavor very good. It just was kind of like blah. And I don't know if that's because, which I have learned now, I don't like to dehydrate my herbs and things in the dehydrator unless I absolutely need to. I really like to just let mine hang or air dry because that retains most of your good properties that you want. So I was just using it fresh. I would just gather and gather and gather and pick, and I would make the soups and use it in my salads and stuff. And but so in doing more research, so one of my books that I got here a few years ago, it had it in there, and I learned something I did not know, and I don't know if this is true. This is just what I'm reading from a book, so please don't take it to gospel, but it doesn't hurt them. But it says that chickens that are fed purslane in their diet, that the egg contains more of the omega-3 fatty acids than taking one of the omega-3 pills that you get over the counter. Now, like I said, I don't know if that's true, but the person that wrote this book that I'm getting it from, says that she got her information from a medical research, and it claims that the eggs is 5 times richer. So I'm like, so hey. But anyway, some of the other things that purslane is good for, it is good for urinary tract infections, depression, and it says it can be used as an eye wash, which I'm going to have to read a little bit more on that to see how it works. I believe, it says you use it as a poultice, which is where you crush it all up and then you put it directly on the wound so the juice is coming out, so you would put it directly on the eye. There's lots more uses for it. I recommend you, when you want to start, working with the herbs and the wilds, get you a good book. One of them that I used was actually wrote by a Mennonite lady. I absolutely love it. And another one I use is very often is written by Rosemary Gladster. So just get you a book. You can find them anywhere on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, but get you a good book that you like. If it's possible, read through it first to see if it's going to be one that you can use. Now, when I do some more soup, I will do, my apologies again, pager. I will do a video on how I make the soup. It's just, you know, whatever vegetables I have, you know, it's never, ever a precise recipe. Anytime I make something up with stuff, it's never the same that I did before, which drives my husband absolutely bonkers, but that's okay. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. I will try to go out and get a better picture of it so you can see it up close. I'm sure it's kind of hard to see while taking a video, so I will try to get a better picture. And so if you have it coming up in your garden, try it, you know. And as always, do your own research on this stuff. I don't know that anybody's ever had a reaction to eating purslane, so when you get it some and to try, just try little bits at a time to make sure you're not going to have any allergic reactions or anything like that. If you do, don't use it. So with that being said, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you would, give it a thumbs up. And also, you know, if I'm doing good with the channel and doing the videos you like, think about subscribing, share it with your friends and family. I would really, really appreciate it. For now, Fire Mama out.